in Egypt, we were under persecution and under torture in Egypt, and I escaped.
By whom?
I escaped to come to here.
Who was torturing that?
I'm talking about the state itself.
The state was torturing.
So I could not. I am not allowed to revenge the state. I'm not allowed. But talking about individuals, as I told you, for you stab me, by justice I can stab you back, and also by ihsan or by more than justice.
When you say you are not allowed to take revenge against the state, did you mean you are not allowed, or you cannot because this is state and this?
You are not allowed because it is a fight, and as long as you are unable to fight back, you are not allowed to make it.
But you can fight back and lose your life, for instance. You can sacrifice yourself for the cause.
It is in vain because.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, you are saying that this is not an effort that would bring a good result. Therefore, yes, you shouldn't lose your life for it.
Yes.
And
so
here,
this is the excuses to come polite to them by taqiyya or by saying what they want, or to immigrate, but not to fight. Not to fight, because when you fight, you lose your life for nothing.
It's a pragmatic point of view, very pragmatic what you're saying, that don't lose your life for a lost cause.
Yes. And we may talk about this in
I understand.
In the case of the Palestinian in Gaza and West Bank. We can talk about this after that. But now this is what I wanted to say, is this is the rules of the Muslim individuals and the Muslim groups. Mm-hmm. And you find it is very moral to be persecuted and try to avoid the persecution, and you have some choice to do this. None of them is to make a violence against the people who are persecuting you, as long as you are independent and you are a group and you are not in. Okay. You have the capacity to fight the state in revenge. There is no revenge in Quran. More than revenge, it is.
Only if it serves justice, it is allowed, but it is not the best solution.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
We will talk about the Islamic State, that it must be strong to avoid this weakness.
Right.
But as you are weak, you address the good thing inside your enemy. When
I got that.
Yes,
I got that. Let us shift, because the time is running out. Let us shift to the case of Iraq right now. Now we have talked just now about revenge as a second best solution. It is not the best, but it is not prohibited if it installs or if it causes justice to be implemented. Now, a lot of Iraqis, they fight American soldiers there based on the belief that these are occupiers and they should be fought. And that's a type of revenge, which is, according to what you say, should be allowed, but even though it is not the best solution. So what do you say about
that? Look at Saddam.
We have 5 minutes to...
it is not enough. But I will say, and maybe give me another chance to explain it in
more details.
In more details.
Sure.
Number one, the military interference in Iraq is wrong from a political point of view. This war in Iraq, 90% of it is a war of ideas to enlighten the Iraqi people, to provide for them the culture of democracy from within Islam, to make them, to undeceive them, to reform them. This is. The other thing is, this occupation, the American occupation inside Iraq, it is not permanent, it is a temporary, and it has a mission to prepare the Iraqi people to have a democracy and to have their own army, and this is the difference between the democratic state and the dictator state. In dictator state, which you find it around Iraq, in Saudi Arabia, in Egypt, in Jordan, in
the
Syria,
army is owned by the dictator, while in democracy the army is owned by the state. So this
is the first time in the Arab world that the army is belong to the state, and the state, according to the elections over there, is belong to the people. This is a new things are done in Iraq, and that's why the neighbors around Iraq, surrounded Iraq, are against this new birth of democracy there, and that's why they are trying to make it a chaos over there in Iraq. It is a very complex situation over there.
Right. But what I want to know is that now you're saying that this is a temporary occupation.
Yes.
However, there was war, and a lot of Iraqis have died and were wounded because of this war, and it was an attack by the United States. I realize that you said that it was wrong from the very beginning, launching a war like that. But right now in this situation where the soldiers are there, is it allowed for an Iraqi to be a suicidal attacker, for instance, against American soldiers?
No.
Tell us why in brief, please.
Yes. If I am an Iraqi, I look at these American soldiers as they come here for a mission to establish democracy inside my country. And
what about your cousin who was killed in the war?
This is a casualty of war, and this is something happens, and maybe this is because of suicide bombers that come from Syria, from Saudi Arabia, from other. It is a chaos over there.
Yes,
and 90% of this chaos is coming from the Muslim Arab countries around them, who are the dictators over there, is against establishing Iraq in democratic Iraq, because it will endanger the situation inside.
So the Iraqis should cooperate with Americans and should not view them as
temporary occupation to help them
force.
To help them have their own state, their own wealth, and that
to have ownership of their country.
Yes,
in a sense. Well, thank you, Dr. Mansour.
You're welcome.
Well, at the conclusion of this show, I would like to thank you for staying with us for these 25 minutes. And I would like to remind you again that if you have any comments or questions, you can contact us through the email New Ideas Studio A, one word, New Ideas Studio A @gmail.com. Thank you very much again, and I would like to thank the Fairfax Access Station, which provides us with these facilities, without which this program would have been impossible. Thanks again.